So I'm sitting out here on WPX Schlumberger site, Kermit, Texas. Been sitting here for a little while. I had a pump go down. Got to have 15 pumps to run this site, and they're down. So we're waiting. No biggie. So I figured I'd take a few minutes, do a video. I want to make this my thank you video. We're gonna call it. So a lot of people get, I don't know, stepped over or just don't get the respect or the thanks. They have a thankless job. So I want to start. I want to start with everybody in dispatch. Every single one of you, men, women, all of you. Lindy, Jasmine, Jamie, Karen, Renee when she was dispatching. Let's see, Scott, Chad, and all the rest of you. Honestly, I don't talk to all of you. But thank you. You guys do a great job. Keep us busy, keep us running, and provide an outlet to vent sometimes when y'all really be the ones that drivers vent to. So thank you for what you do, and thanks for being so damn good at it. And thanks for having a damn sense of humor. I call in every day and try to be the nice guy, try to be happy, because I know what kind of stress y'all are under in that job. So thanks again. To recruiting, I dealt with Jason, but to recruiting, I want to say thank you. I called a lot of companies before I chose Brady and had a lot of job offers over the last few years since I left North Dakota. And talked to Jason and he described what Brady Trucking was like, the atmosphere. And for the most part, I'd say he was 98% accurate. And I appreciate that in a recruiter that doesn't BS you. He did a good job. They did it quick. So, Jason, thank you. To my trainers, Nolan, Larry Roach, Eddie Vale, and Brian Hicks. So Nolan and Larry were my orientation guys. I felt like they did a great job in explaining what to expect out here, and they did a great job in explaining to guys that have never been in an oil field atmosphere what to expect. I was fortunate. I did 12 years in North Dakota, so between driving through there and working in the oil fields and living up there, and I had a pretty good idea what I was getting myself into. So Nolan and Larry, thank you. To Eddie and Brian, who were my driver trainers, I'm a pretty easy guy to get along with, I think. I learn quick. It doesn't take me very long to pick up on something, and I think Eddie would even attest that I pretty much had it all down by my second load. In fact, I believe he released me early, and Brian released me after a day. But thank you guys for putting up with my lack of knowledge when it came to bulk pneumatic, dry bulk pneumatic. Uh, Now being a trainer, I understand what kind of stress a trainee can put on you. You know, they don't want to keep up, or they don't learn, uh, or they don't want to learn. They know everything and just don't want to learn. But thank you guys. I also want to thank, I want to thank Mr. Brady and Chuck Johnson, our CEO, and the reason I do is we have really nice equipment. You know, I'm riding around in a nice Pete, got a flat top, uh, runs good, 18 speed, got a nice trailer. It's not brand new, but I mean it's new. You know, they give us everything we need to be successful out here as company drivers. And if you're not successful as a company driver, it is typically 100% because you don't want to do the work. It is 100% because you're just not cut out to do this. Uh, you know, you get something wrong with your truck, they get it in. And yes, sometimes it can take a little longer than you think it should, but you guys need to think about this. And Odessa's our busy shop down here in the Permian, and you know, they got a lot of trucks to work on. They got a lot of stuff to deal with, and that doesn't include the other things they have going on. We got brand new trailers sitting back in the bullpen that they've got to get all ready to go and get in the fleet. You know, they got drivers that are quitting, that they got to get those trucks ready to go for the new drivers that are coming in. Got drivers sitting on the yards loaded with issues that take priority because they're under a load. They got to get them done so they can get those loads delivered. Which brings me to my next thank you to Stanley, Luis, Jay, Jake, Marty, Daniel, Alfredo. I mean, all you mechanics, every one of you, including the guys in Carlsbad. I'm sorry I don't know all your names over there. You guys are in a thankless job. You guys don't get drivers that say thank you very much. So I want to say thank you because you've worked on mine and got me up and running again so I can go out and make money. Who else? Let's see here. I can give it up to Larry Ridge and Mike Crocker. You guys are really good at what you do, and I appreciate the understanding that you have as managers when it comes to just all sorts of different things. I mean, you guys have drivers come in with some of the, how do I put this, some of the dumbest damn excuses that I've ever heard. You know, they come out to the driver's lounge and talking about what's going on and why they're not making money or why they're not running loads, or, you know, just some of the dumbest shit ever. And you guys don't, I don't want to say you take it with a smile, but, you know, you deal with it effectively, and you guys are good at what you do. And then when we as drivers have problems, you guys listen. You know, had an issue with something. I wasn't understanding something on my pay stub, so Larry was gone. I talked to Mr. Crocker, and he broke it down for me what was going on, and I was good with it. So appreciate that. And then I want to give a shout out to just all the other drivers down here in the Permian. You know, I haven't had the privilege to work with all of you, obviously, and I'm sure a bunch of you have no idea who I am. But to the ones I have worked with and been around and I talk to consistently and see consistently, thanks. You know, you guys have hooked up hoses. You've helped me unhook hoses. You know, we help each other get backed in, pull up a little bit. run hose under movers, whatever. Got just 5 minutes ago. We've been sitting out on site. Guy ran out of smokes, needed smoke, gave him smoke. I mean, that's normal stuff out here. These guys, uh, we help each other any way we can. Last night there was a guy out here. He broke down. He was waiting on the mechanics to get out here. Uh, he was going back to Odessa so he could get him some supplies. He was running really low on supplies. He was out of water. I think he drank his last water sitting out here. So me and another guy, he ended up with a couple Pepsis, a couple waters, a couple noodle things because he had a microwave and such. And what else? Oh, because what sucks more than sitting around waiting on someone you ain't got anything to snack on. So we're gonna call this my thank you video. Share, comment. You got any questions? I'd be more than happy to answer them. And again, try to say it in all my videos. I do not do these videos for money. I do not do them for recruiting purposes. I'm not a recruiter. I'm a driver. I don't want you to come over here and use my name when you come onto the company. I feel like you need to make an educated decision on where you want to work. I'm just trying to give you the facts about Brady, and I feel like Brady's a good company, a great company to come work for. So again, like, share, comment, and if you got any questions, I'll shoot a video out on answer your questions. Until then, thanks a lot, YouTube. Have a good day.